Welcome to another Moment of Harmony. I am so excited to have you here with me today. We had some real craziness going on yesterday for those that were trying to get in on the live stream, those that were trying to locate our show. There was a lot going on. And I'm going to definitely break it all down for you today. And we're going to keep it moving and keep it going because that's what we do. We just keep growing. I'm just going to adjust us a little bit. Can't see until we get started. It's all crazy. It's like that sometimes. Welcome to a Sunday moment, guys. We were all set up, ready to go, rock and roll for a Saturday moment yesterday, and we definitely had some major unforeseen circumstances, but you knew I was not going to leave you hanging this week for your moment. A moment is yours no matter what. You are deserving no matter what. And as you can see, I'm here on the screen today on my own during our Magnifying Moments session or series, mini series. And that all this since November, the beginning of November, I've been having somebody on the show with me every week because we've been magnifying moments. And now it's just me. And it feels so weird for me to just be up here now. You would think after a couple of shows, I've done how many shows? Almost 100. I've done how many shows with just me, and now I'm back with just me, and I'm feeling like, oh my God, it's just gonna be me on this episode. But I'm here. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, without a dope beat to say. Okay, I'm back. I am only back for this episode. We are definitely gonna get our lineup back up and going for the next 5 shows because we are still counting down to our 100th episode, which is going to lead to a major surprise for my engagers and exchangers and those moment members. We are gonna have a great surprise in store. Great show in store for the 100th episode. And we are still counting down, and we are still magnifying those moments, and we also will still be looking back on our reflection series. For those that have taken a break on the reflection series with us, we will be going back to looking back and finishing out our 33-week reflection series. But up until then, we are in a Magnifying Moments mini series countdown to our 100th Moment of Harmony episode. I'm so excited. We definitely had a very important, beloved guest scheduled to be with us yesterday. He was going to shine a lot of light on the Baltimore City Block Boy culture and everything that goes into surviving the life that is some of these young men are trapped into, which is so interesting that a lot of them refer to some of that lifestyle as trapping and things like that, because a lot of them are very much trapped and feel trapped and have had circumstances that were difficult to overcome. And some of them overcome them. Some of them are not behind bars. Some of them are not buried in 6 feet under. Some of them had to really find their way out of a maze of that type of chaos. And we did have a brother that was going to come on, very, again, beloved brother, where I'm definitely sending love and support out tonight. In mid prepare, like literally getting our screens together to go live. This brother had a major urgent situation, really major, really big urgent situation, and we were not able to just keep going. And of course, with my lineup, I never would just call anybody like, hey, get on now. So I was like, I'm not gonna force anybody that thinks that they're on a later show to come onto this show. And I also want to make sure that I can support this brother through what him and his family are experiencing. So prayers and love and light out to this beloved brother. I hope everything is definitely coming together. You have the love and support of a Moment of Harmony and all that are connected to this platform. We do love you, and we do hope that your story can be told, because you're telling a story for hundreds of thousands of young men here in Baltimore City. So I do hope that we can get out here and tell that story and magnify your victory, how you've grown, how you've come, how you've succeeded. And may you continue to grow and succeed, because life still be lifing. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we weren't able to do that, but we are just gonna get into magnifying of the moments today. You got good old me, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go ahead and get into the moments today. Anywho, and we'll resume next week. We will have another guest next week in the lineup that has made it through extraordinary circumstances in order to become an extraordinary being. So I'm going to continue to magnify moments. But since you have just good old me today, I wanted to get into the meanings and the background of why we magnify our moments. So magnifying our moments, see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. Shenanigans. Can everyone see me okay? Because my camera definitely just somersaulted. Okay. We're here. And I feel like the whole footage is different, but we're going to keep it moving. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure my camera's good. That was so strange. Okay. We're still here. We're still live. Let me tell y'all first off, when you are doing something big and grand for yourself, when you have, they say we plan and God laughs, right? And I also have a friend, shout out to Donovan A. Scola, who had a post up the other day that said, life be lifing, but the blessings be blessings. A blessing, I guess that's what it would say. And I was like, you are so right. It comes through. When you are coming through with the come through, that life try to come for you, okay? When you coming through with the come through is trying to come for you. I want us to stay motivated. I want us to stay focused. I want us to keep it moving. Do not be halted. Do not be jilted. You know, I'm not gonna say things don't shake us up, discombobulate us just a little bit. But what I'm saying is we're not gonna won't stop, can't stop, you know. I don't know if I should be using Diddy right now. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? We have to just keep it moving. Um, what I was getting into before my, the energies came to do what they do, and me continuing to do what I do. We were getting into why we magnify our moments. And a lot of times, when we get to the 100th episode, I want to be at a place of just like, I want everyone that has followed on this journey with me, because it has been a journey. Everyone that has been on this journey with me to establishing and birthing a moment of harmony, growing it and expanding it, moving it along. Shout out to all my friends and family members, my close loved ones who have had to hear 3,000 ideas about this podcast or this live stream. And people who have to who have had to grow. And when it comes to what you have to do with yourself, my thing is like, look, when we get to that 100th moment, there have been a lot of people that have done a lot of work. Listen, I'm reading all the DMs, all the text messages. When we're doing our in-person workshops, I'm listening very openly with my heart. I'm very receptive to those people that are doing their work and trying their hardest. And when we get to the 100th episode, I want so many people to be in a place of arrival within themselves. And I feel like we talk a lot about the work that we do. We go a lot into the work. And there are still some people like, am I doing my work? Still doubting their work, still doubting their worth. And just being like, am I where I need to be? And have I done everything necessary? And sometimes we get delays or setbacks that make us feel like we didn't come as far as we've come. We aren't who we want to be. And my thing is like, we talk a lot about the work and what it looks like. And we talk very theoretically, and we get some steps. We do get some tools. But I wanted us to hear it very practically. Very, very practically what the work looks like, what not giving up looks like, what overcoming no matter what looks like, what vital self conversations sound like, those circumstances and real life situations behind them. And that's how Magnifying Moments were born, because I did not want to get to the 100th moment with anyone still having any questions or doubts about what they were capable of when it comes to changing your life, growing your life, making your life exactly what you deserve for it to be. The sky's the limit. We hear these things all the time. Whatever you want, so shall you have. We hear these things all the time. And it's like, well, I want a lot and I'm desiring a lot and I'm looking to the sky and I'm praying and I'm hoping and it's just kind of like, am I moving in that direction? And what does it look like? I had a conversation with my sister the other day, and we talked a lot about life and learning and growing and reincarnation and all these different types of theories that are out there about life. And I had told her, everyone is trying to figure out the point to happiness, the point of it all, the point of living, and the point of life. And I have concluded that the point of all of it is unconditional love. Learning how to receive unconditional love, as well as learning how to give unconditional love and operate in unconditional love. And it becomes the biggest challenge and the biggest task in life. Loving yourself unconditionally, loving others, and appreciating life unconditionally, right? it becomes so hard. Then we get all these traumas and traps that hold us back and hold us down. And it begins to make it like so impossible to get to a place of complete and utter love. And I feel like that's what the Creator is. And that is what supremacy within self. Supremacy within self looks like unconditional love. Learning to love, learning to be, learning to forgive, learning to understand. And I do believe, my mom used to always say this, so I can't, she would always say, there is no hell. She was saying, hell is life. It is earth. It is what can happen here on earth. Hell is dying and coming back to earth because you didn't get it right and starting over, taking bits and pieces of your previous life in order to continue. She was saying graduating, and she didn't use that word, that's my word, but too much, this is what I'm getting, graduating into a highest level of spiritual beingness is being in a realm of the spirit. It means that you have passed the fleshly realm, meaning that this life that we are living in the flesh and blood is a rites. It is just merely, simply, beautifully a spiritual rites of passage. It is a phase that you go through in order to condition and strengthen your spirit to be one with the Creator, one of the Creator, like the Creator, truly embracing and magnifying yourself as a divine being. But there's a growing process, there's a strengthening process, and the human experience is what pushes us and decides how much of that process we've understood, how much of it we've come into. My a master facilitator, my Walimu, and a great contributor to my knowledge and growth of who I am today. It was, again, my PLM facilitator and the leader of the organization, Baba Imhotep Fajiu. He has a saying that he would always say to us that the Creator created creation by becoming creation created. And you know what I'm saying? I know you guys have heard me say that 1,000 times because it was one of those very major perspective changing sayings for me, lessons for me. And saying that we all, for me, we all are here to get to a divine state of existence, to really be at the zenith, the highest place of being, which again, I believe to be giving and receiving of unconditional love, unbiased, no low vibration, being not ugly, being not stalled, being not stunted, but being pure light, right? A light of lights. And that is so much work when you have to battle with fear and pain and anxiety and just all types of insecurities and frustrations. That is a great task to get to, but it is saying that the Creator made us by going through our process and creating our process and then becoming the highest of it. And our goal is to be one with the highest of it and to be one day be there at the highest version of yourself. And I wanted to really magnify our moments because I want us to see in real life people that we know and love, people that we experience every day, phenomenal beings that are getting up from rape or incarceration and loss and poverty and destruction and just getting to themselves, using what was using their environment, using their resources to make them the best of themselves. If our goal is, if being a physical being is a rights of spiritual rights, it is going through this process of being born, living, growing, and then transitioning that gets our spirit to a place of divinity, then what are we to use to become divine? So if I came here, well, I'm not going to say become as if we aren't, but to become our highest level of operating self. But if being here and the whole purpose is to be at our highest point and we come here, like I told you, Casey, shout out to Casey's medium, soul school is what she calls it. If we came here for soul school, then what was it that we were supposed to use, right? If you go into a classroom and this is where I came to learn, then the environment must be what I'm supposed to learn in. This is why when we go to school, we have libraries. In the classrooms, we might have computers, chalkboards, dry erase boards. We have, projectors and maps and globes, skeletons, whatever class you're in. These things are all around. Posters of literature, literal norms or rules of grammar. We have these things everywhere around us because this is school. I came here to learn, and what I'm supposed to use is everything in my environment. This is the place of learning. And then I also have my instructor, which is your teacher, who is supposed to be a guidance in your education. Of course, your teacher can't learn for you. Your teacher can't receive for you. All your teacher can do is guide you through the process and support you through you learning and evolving yourself. Now, I want us to look at that through the lens of life. We come here in a fleshly existence as a spiritual being to learn. We come here to learn how to be more spiritually sane, balanced, and whole. So what are we supposed to use? Just like we talked about with the classroom environment. What do you use to become? Our surroundings, earth, nature, life, love, humans, other beings, spirit. So this entire life becomes our classroom. Yes, the poverty. Yes, the violation. Yes, the pain. Also, yes, the love. Also, yes, the connectedness. Also, yes, the push, the drive, the motivation. All of this is the classroom of growth. This whole life is our classroom. So what I'm saying is that the Creator has put us in so many circumstances. I mean, love that doesn't work out the way we want it to work out, or relationships that grow and change us in different ways, becoming parents or going to school, starting businesses. All the things of life are the classroom. Londrell, one of my favorite artists, has a song that says, "Don't take life too serious. Everything in life is a love story." And when I used to hear this, I was thinking like there would be a lot in the beginning where I would be like, he's saying like everything is a love story, meaning like you were brought here to find love and to be loved. And, it's all about this happily ever after. But as I continued to think about the meaning behind our moments, the meaning behind the moments, it begins to settle in me that what he's saying when he says everything in life is a love story, he's not talking about romance per se and la-di-da-di-da. He's talking about the whole falling in love with self, falling in love with life, falling in love with spirit, the creator, and being. Everything in life is a love story. Because the point of it all, from my perspective, is unconditional love. To learn it, to master it, to give it, to express it, to receive it, to draw it. Everything in life is a love story. Don't take it too serious. Yo, I was just like, I have been loving this song forever and seeing it away. And now I'm understanding, like, look, it is the whole point of being here to master the love story. That I came, I saw, I conquered. And people come in all different levels. There are people that come here and we feel like they never had a chance. They're born into these horrific circumstances. They aren't put around people that show them light and love, and they come into death and poverty and destruction, chaos, parents that might be on drugs or locked up. Some people like Tupac born behind bars. You have some people that come into the world and they live for a very short while, babies and children that transition, and you get into like, what is happening? And I think that they are all chapters of their existence. Listen, I don't need the spook police to come and like be like, Mom Harmony, what are you talking about? What I am really just saying is I believe that the point is to grow to your highest divine level of existence. And I believe that until you master that, you will come into the physical realm, because it is the lesson portion of spiritually being, and you will come into this realm and to help you understand it as often as you need to, and as in many circumstances and scenarios that will help you to work through it, that will help you to forge through it. And a lot of times it is in challenge and it is in conflict that we go within self and develop and strengthen and become. So I really wanted us to really get into magnifying our moments in a way that is very doable, seeable, practical. I want to minimize the amount of stress and trauma you have in becoming your greatest self. I want you to have a path towards yourself that is plain, that is simple, that is supported, that is well lit, that is well guided, that is well assured. A plain and simple path to yourself. And by looking into the moments, this is what I'm saying. By magnifying more, I want us to think about putting something under a magnifying glass. It is a close look. It is a bigger look. It is a more in-depth look. It is hard to get past anything under a magnifying glass. Looking at it with a naked eye or untrained eye, you might miss a lot of things. But putting it under a magnifying glass, it is hard for us to be deceived. And when we get into mastering or magnifying our moments, I'm talking about mastering them. Mastering self, master moments, mastering life, mastering healing, mastering growing, mastering developing. And the reason I want us to really be able to see that as we approach the beautiful 100th moment of this series is, if we don't master our moments master us. The moments master us, and that was not the point behind our existence. It wasn't the point behind us being here. It wasn't the point behind our beingness. It was for us to be mastered by moments. It was for us to master reaching your highest level of self, graduating into your spiritual beingness. This is us mastering it. And if we don't, it's one or the other. You are never just lackadaisy sitting around for life to happen. In every moment of your life, either you are mastering the moment or the moment is mastering you. And give yourself grace, right? Many of us have been sad. We don't want to get out the bed. We let the TV watch us. We sit with a pint of ice cream, or we cry, or we mourn, or some people take part in some recreational activities that are not very becoming or safe or good for them. But it is because at that moment, the moment mastered them. The sadness mastered them. The trauma mastered them. We want to get to a point of strength and spiritual becomingness that the moments don't master us, no matter how trying they are, no matter how difficult they are. We are mastering them. We are in front of them. We are ahead of them. We are controlling them. We are guiding them. We are creating them. That's a whole nother level, right? We don't master our moments master us. And how do our moments master us? Our moments master us through manipulation, through minimization, and through marketing us. Our moments can manipulate us. Being in a moment of fear, being in a moment of pressure, being in a moment of weakness or temptation, these things take over you. They use you. They use your gifts. They use your desires. Excuse me. We've never been manipulated by things that aren't very much important and vital to who we are. Meaning, like, guys, touch is my language. It's my therapy. It's my love language. And touch, the lack of it, the presence of it, it can be such a beautiful thing for me that it can be manipulated. Trust me, you'll never be manipulated by anything that doesn't greatly indulge you, include you, mirror or reflect you. And moments of our lives will master us because they will take what it is that means the most to us, take what it is that we are made up of, take what it is that moves us and manipulates us with it. And this is how we fall into traps. This is how we go into faces and places of being or existence that are not becoming to us and do not serve us. Because if we don't master our moments, they master us. And one of their major moves in mastering is manipulation. The moment will manipulate you. Your anger, your fear, your love of your child, your love of your mate, your desire to achieve, your needing to be included or accoladed. These things can cause the moment to manipulate you, master you, puppeteer you. And I want us to magnify our moments. I want us to appreciate and really indulge in the individuals that have been coming onto this platform. I'm so grateful for all of them and their bravery and their stories. And I want us to also be able to look and have the courage to magnify our own moments. Put it under a scope. Look into it. What are you not mastering that's mastering you? What are you not mastering that's using you? Because when it's using us, it's manipulating you. It's speaking for you. It's moving for you. It's making choices. There are choices you are not making. You, the true self, your intuitive self, the core self, you're not making because you're being manipulated by a moment that is mastering you instead of you mastering the moment. When our moments master us, they minimize us. They make us small in the grand scheme of things. Other things matter so much more. Money, sex, people, attention, material, wealth, accomplishments. All these things begin to be bigger than you. This is the manipulation of a moment that's mastering you, that you're not mastering. Your voice becomes smaller. Your thoughts become smaller. Your actions become smaller. Your presence becomes smaller. Your self-worth becomes smaller because a mastering moment that's mastering you, you're not mastering it, will minimize you. It will shrink you. How many times have we woke up in a relationship where we are practically invisible? I mean we, not the flesh. I mean the desire, your goals, your standards, your presence, who you are and what you stand for and all you believe in, your dream, your vision. It's practically non-existent because you've been in many moments that have mastered you, that have manipulated your needs, that have manipulated your beingness, and has minimized who you are, minimized who you want to be, minimized what you could be. We will settle in lives, in jobs, with money, with relationships, we will settle because the moments overwhelm us. It becomes so overwhelming, life can be when we aren't mastering the moments. And we would just let it be. We'll just let people walk over us. We'll let our loved ones, we'll give because of how we love. We'll let people misunderstand us. We'll share life with people that don't understand us. Oh my gosh, the minimizing. We'll work with people, individuals, companies, agencies, entities that don't value us. We know we're not valued. The minimizing. We'll have dreams and we'll hold them back because of things that we don't think we can do. The thoughts, false. The fears, false. because we will allow moments that are mastering us, that we aren't mastering, to minimize us. A moment that is mastering you, that you aren't mastering, will market you, put you up on the block, like the auction block, like what our ancestors experienced to some regard. Those weren't their choices. But what I'm saying is now you are for sale. Your time, your energy, your talents, your gifts, your love, your light. It's for sale. It's marketed out to people. We're marketing ourselves. Please take me on to this job. We're not drawing things. We're not attracting things. We're not building things because we feel small, because we've been manipulated. We're just being marketed. In the moment, we'll market you. Look at this person. This person needs love so bad. This person needs attention so bad. This person will listen, the moments will bargain on your behalf. She deserves X, Y, and Z, but she's willing to take LMNOP, as long as you give at least X, Y, and Z. She deserves. He is worthy of, he can and is capable of, but the moment will market you, but will settle for, as long as all you have to do is, and then we're looking and unhappy. We're looking at it unhappy. How did I draw this energy to me? How did I end up in this place of education, this place of employment, in this relationship, in this space of operation? How did I even get here? You were in some moments that were mastering you. They were selling your worth, half price, clearance. They were putting you out there because of the work you needed to do, because of the pain that you were in, because of the mountains you were climbing, because of what you needed. And the moment began to market you, begin to sell you short. Sell you short. This is why we must magnify our moments. Why am I here? What is my next move? How can I make it my best move? How can I be in my best career? In my best, most whole, most beautiful relationships with others, other women, other men, sisterhood, brotherhoods, communities? How can I be in my best romantic, complementary relationship, connection? How can I get to a place where I master my moments? Because the last thing I want is for the moment to master me, manipulate me, minimize me, and market me as at half price. Market me at less than my value. Market me for the gain of things around me. Markets me. Got me out here. This life, listen. This life will have you out here for sale and not even knowing you're for sale. Not even knowing you're being bought. Not even knowing you're being played. Not even just out here. It will market you because a moment that's taking you over. A moment that's manipulating your anger. A moment that's manipulating your trauma. A moment that's manipulating your setback. And now got you out here. Taking anything. Dealing with anything. Exchanging with anything. Giving anything. It's a moment that's mastering you. It's a moment that's mastering you. I want us to, and continue to magnify our moments. I want us to continue to magnify our moments because I want us to put it under a scope. This is why I brought on brilliant individuals and we'll have more brilliant individuals to come on leading up to our 100th show. Because I want us to see what it looks like to look at life, at your life, magnify your existence, and to really look into what are you capable of? What are you deserving of? What are you needing of? What are you capable of? What are you capable of? And most importantly, our magnifying moments are about what have you made it through? What have you made it through? It is what you made it through is making you. Listen, y'all, I know y'all heard that on another moment. What you made it through is what's making you. Look at it. Go through it. Embrace it. Love it. I want us to get into really feeling good about magnifying our moments. When we aren't mastering them, they are mastering us, they are manipulating us, they are minimizing us, and they are marketing us. They are auctioning us, our heart, our souls, our spirits for sale, for use, for rent, marketing you because you weren't ahead of your own life, your own situation. You weren't the light of your path. And therefore you depended and relied on another light, or seemingly another light, a fluorescent light. Something that was using the moment you're in. Something that was using the moment you're in. Y'all, so many of us have been so broken, so distraught, so mishandled, so discombobulated because something, energy, someone, somewhere using the moment we're in. That's not you mastering the moment. That's the moment mastering you. We want to take charge of our moments. We're not letting nobody use the moment we're in. And yeah, I may be in a season of this, but you won't use it. I may be in a season of that, but you won't use it. I may be in a season of finding and trying and growing. Seasons of ignorance. Seasons of denial, of self-hate. Listen, you can be in whatever season you may need to be in for your growth and development. But we're not letting no one use your season against you. This season is for me to use and to grow out of. You will not use my moment. You won't use the moment I'm in for your benefit, for your gain. And that's all low vibrational energy. Using where you are. Master your own moment. Master your moments. Protect your moments. Master your moment. Magnify it. Look at it. I want so many of us that are like, hey, I want to be a better person. I want to be a healed person. I want to be a whole person. And I don't know how. I don't even know what that looks like. I pray, I work out, I meditate. I'm trying so hard. And I'm not sure if I'm making it there. Am I on my way? Am I on a hamster wheel or am I moving? Am I on a treadmill or a track? I don't know. And that's why I really wanted us to get into magnifying our moments. And I want us to continue to tune into the Magnifying Moments mini-series that will lead us closer and closer to our 100th moment. I'm so excited about it. So thank you all so much for those that have tuned in for the Magnifying Moments mini-series, those that have been very gracious and loving to my guests that have been on the show, that will continue to give love and encouragement to my guests, because I have some really powerful guests still coming, giving their stories, giving their lights, giving their love, and giving, again, their heart, showing us inside of their moments. How precious, showing us inside of their moments. I want to encourage us to do it for ourselves and continue to support those that are coming in. Before we get out of here, I wanted to get in very quickly to our quickly upcoming Moment of Harmony presenting I Pray and Purge 2024. Listen, y'all, on Friday, On Friday, this past Friday, we are 1 month away, 30 days away from the new year. And this is Eurocentric calendar. I get it, y'all. I know. 2024. Brand new year. 2024, I turned 38. It's an 11 year for me. It's a master year. And I am so ready to master next year. Like when I tell y'all I'm coming out guns blazing, I'm not playing with 2024 because these couple of past years wasn't playing with me. And I just got this, ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun, okay? This is what 2024 is about for me. And my thing is, we're going into a prayer and purge, which was so mountain moving yesterday. I didn't even know the year I had ahead of me with 2023. But when I tell you that the prayer and purge set me in a place and a spirit, and those that attended and followed up with me throughout our workshops throughout the year were able to really attest to being in a much more powerful position when it came to the blows. Like my facilitator always said, blows on your toes, right? It got serious. It gets serious. And I want us to be able to release what doesn't serve us, pray for what it is that we need, and meet ourselves somewhere in the middle of our prayers and our purges and our becoming and finding our purpose within it all. So we are doing another prayer and purge, y'all. It is coming up on January the 6th. It is by viewers invite only, meaning only these individuals that watch A Moment of Harmony will get the details and the information for the prayer and purge. I'll be dropping the dates and the locations, but it's only coming to you. So if you are interested and you are a viewer, it is free this year. It is in person this year. It is viewers invite only this year. It is going to be intimate. It's going to be small. I'm letting you know right now, I don't want no big crowd this year. I don't want 20 people in a circle. I just want a select few that's going to pray for us, pray for our state of being, pray for our wholeness and our health and our happiness, pray for their families and their connections and themselves, and move some mountains with me. Move some mountains with me. So this year's Pray and Purge, you can always DM me and say, I would like a space in the place for this year's Pray and Purge or 2024's Pray and Purge. And I will put you on our reservation list and make sure that you receive all the information you need to come to Pray and Purge 2024, presented by Moment of Harmony, entitled, under the theme, and entitled, This Year It's Personal. This year, it's personal. And that's because it is, guys. This year, our prayer and purge is personal. The deliverance is personal. Our growth is personal. Our happiness is personal. Look, a lot of times we get in here, we pray for things and stuff and ideas and positions. We pray for wanting to look a certain way or feel a certain way or be a certain way. Listen, and a lot of times this is for others. We pray for our family members and it's good. But the things that we go after that we want it. We want our marriages to work. We want our educations to, our accomplishments. That's what I'll say. We want our accomplishments to come into fruition. All of these things are great. None of them are wrong to desire, to look for. But what I am saying is this year, it's about you. This year is personal. The prayer and purge is about your spirit. The prayer and purge is about your fight. It's about your victory. Our prayer and purge this year is personal. It's not about my whole family per se, as anything that is connected to me will be delivered once I am. Anything that is connected to me will be whole once I am. Anything that is connected to me will be supreme once I am, will be healthy once I am. But we are not going easy on the I am part of this year coming up. Prayer and Purge, presented by A Moment of Harmony 2024. This year, it's personal. We're asking for deliverance. Our deliverance is personal. The things that we need to be removed from and that need to be removed from us And it's not about what anyone else wants for us, needs from us, believes for us. It's not about what we owe anyone or what we're obligated to. It's not about anything other than the deliverance of the spirit that is inside of your flesh. The person you saw when you looked in the mirror this morning, the person's skin and flesh and body you laid down in last night, not who you laid with, not who you hope to lay with, not who you play with, not who you feed, not who you nurture. This year, the deliverance is personal. This year, the growth, pray and purge, this growth is personal. It's about what I've had to go through to get where I am. It's about my lessons and what I've learned. And it's about using my lessons, using my moments for me, in my day, for the joy in my journey. This year, my growth is personal. It's not about the pat on the back. It's not about getting my kudos. It's not about my plaque on the wall. It's not about getting other people to see and acknowledge. We had a lot of years of putting it on the table. We had a lot of years of something to prove. We had a lot of years of showing them who we are and what we're working at. Nope, this year. 2024 is all personal. This year is personal. I'm taking it very personal. My growth, my health, my deliverance, my joy. I'm taking my smile personal this year. If you took it, if you take it, if you diminish it, if you block it, it's a problem. It's a problem for me. And I'm eliminating that. If you bring doubt, if you bring destruction, if you bring pain, I'm taking it personal. It's no to each his own. No to everyone in their own journey. Listen, this year, I'm taking all my joy. I'm getting it all back. There's a song that we used to sing when we were children with my aunts who are ministers when they used to take us to church to sing. I'm going, what did it used to say? Oh, I wish my sister was on right now. It used to say, I went to the enemy's camp. That's what it said. I went to the enemy's camp and I took back what he stole from me. That's how it used to go. I went to the enemy's camp and I took back what he stole from me because ain't no devil in hell gonna walk over me. That's how it used to go. Bam, I remembered it 20-something years later. I got it still. But that's what it is. This year, it's personal. This year, when I knock on your door, it's about me and you. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about when I go to the Creator. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about aesthetic and adversarial energy. This year, it's personal. Don't come at me. Don't come for me. Don't get in my way. Don't block. Don't try it. Because this year, I am working for me. I don't work for nobody. I'm talking spiritually. I don't speak on behalf of nobody. I don't come as a representative of anyone other than my ancestors in spirit. But I'm talking about in the physical flesh. This year is personal. This year it's personal. The prayer and purge is personal. When I knock on your door, it's about what I'm getting for myself. When I see you, it's about what I'm needing for myself. When I'm coming, it is about delivering the child within me, delivering the woman within me, delivering the adolescence within me. It is about me this year. It is about every block that's been put into place to build the phenomenon of self. We are going to be looking into that with our prayer and purge this year. I want you to be able to look into the blocks that built you, shorty. What is putting you together and who's trying to knock it down? What's trying to knock it down? What's trying to take it from you? We are taking it personally. We are taking it personally. The prayer is personal. The tears are personal. The try is personal. The push is personal. This purge and this prayer is personal this year. What we get, the mountains we move, the valleys we shake up, is personal. I came to you in the past. This is how we came into life. This is how we would come to life. We would come to life in the past on the general. We would come on the theoretical. We would come on the theories, right? The vastness of what we could, I can achieve. I would like to have. I am worthy of. This year it's customized. 2024 got my name on it. 2024 has your name custom, stitched, signed, autographed. It's personal this year. So please excuse. Please excuse, because we're coming for it. And I'm going to go there with you. I'm helping you get to where you gotta go. I'm praying with you. I'm believing with you. I'm supporting you. Prayer and Purge 2024. This year is personal. My deliverance, my growth, my happiness. Y'all, let me tell you about my happiness. I have been lending my happiness, sharing my happiness. And I mean my talents, my joys, my time, my energy. I have been dispersing, feeling like the Creator gave it to me to give to others. I've been doing it all willy-nilly. Not saying I won't. It's a part of who I am, giving and receiving. This is our service in life, right? We're going to do that thing. We're never going to stop being generous. We're never going to stop being nurturing. We're never not going to stop creating. I'm a whole woman, right? I got to give life. Life is what I do. But here's the other side of that. My happiness is personal. My happiness doesn't belong to just anyone. My happiness won't be accessible to just anyone. My happiness won't be shared with just anyone. It's personal. This year, it's personal. Prayer and Purge 2024, presented by Moment of Harmony. This year, it's personal. We have no shame in it. We are intentional about it. As a matter of fact, if you feel some way about it, we hope you do, because we don't. And if you feeling it, I mean, we don't have to. Okay? Prayer and Purge 2024. Reserve you a space in the place and go on and let's bring it in. January the 7th this year on a Sunday, we're going to pray and purge this year on in, okay? Come out with your best self and the greatness that you possess. Bring in your broken pieces and let us put it all together for you, because, again, 2024 Pray and Purge this year, it is personal. It is time for us to stop playing with us. I'm going to tell you, people, listen, it is time for us to stop playing with us. People are going to never stop playing with you. People are never going to stop disappointing you. They're in their own journeys. They have their own ways to go. Everybody is not where you are. Everyone is not you. So you are never going to not come around somebody that's not in a low vibration, that's not going to try to get you there. People are never going to stop playing with you and trying to stop disappointing you. When, though, are you going to stop playing with yourself? Stop disappointing yourself. I'm not mad at the stupidity of others. I am, however, concerned when you're slow on yourself. Others are others. That's not our responsibility. All we have to do is put that security guard gate up, make sure our house is straight. Okay? But the other side of that is, what happened on the other side of that fence that you're doing to your own house? Stop playing with yourself. Why? Why am I like that? Stop playing yourself, okay? And stop disappointing yourself. And we are going to go ahead and get into that, because this year, our Pray and Purge, it's personal. I know I keep saying it 120 times. I just want y'all to know how personal it's going to be. It's going to be real, okay? So get your space in a safe. Get your space in a place. Get your space in a safe place. I didn't even think of that. Look, that was an accident, how that bar came about. Listen, I love you all so much. Join me next week for another Magnifying Moment session. It won't just be me here, even though I missed y'all. I missed our time. Oh my gosh. You know, it was good for us to be just one-on-one again. It is a good feeling. But it won't be that next week. Next week, I'll have another phenomenal guest on magnifying their moments with us, getting to our 100th moment countdown. I'm so excited. So join me next week for another moment of harmony. Reserve your space and the place for a Pray and Purge 2024 and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you for bearing in with me with all the changes and all the craziness that took place this weekend. I love you greatly. I am so excited and honored to be connected to you and honored to be a part of your self-work routine, your self-care routine. Many, 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 many blessings, love, and light to your week and all that's connected to you. Look, take some real good care of yourself. And for show, for show, for show, take really good care of someone else. I love you all so much. I'll see you next week for another moment of harmony.